October 20th, 2022. Hope everybody out there is having a good day today. I'll start off by saying if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Talk to you today about deer hunting since yesterday I put a video up while I was going hunting. You'll hear all kind of stuff that you've got to have this product, that product to get deer, to get big deer, to get any deer. You got to have this, X, Y, and Z to get it. You'll have all kind of products out there that covers your scents, stuff like that. Guys, I'm going to just tell you straight up. I play the wind when I hunt, and I do use this right here for scent control. Are y'all ready? It's going to cost you around $1.50. Imitation vanilla. You'll have some people say you got to use real vanilla. Some people say you can't use imitation. It's what I use. You'll have to have that, and you'll have to have one of these. Just a standard squirt bottle. I don't even mix mine with water. Some people mix it with water. But I do spray my area. I'm in and out of my hunting area all year, so it gets sprayed around in the area, so they're used to it. First time you use it and you go in there, it may spook them. They're not used to it. The only other product I've ever had any luck with, and I wouldn't even call it luck, is a product called Trails N307. I've got two smaller bucks with it that they come in just basically trying to figure out what it was. But they did beeline that. But I haven't used that in probably 12 years now. I switched to solely vanilla. I spray myself, spray the blind, spray my tree stands. Like I said, I spray it around in the area when I'm in there. But I've been doing it for a while, so they're used to that smell. It's not freaking them out. But the most important thing is you've got to have the wind in your favor. If the deer are coming from the east and the wind's blowing at your back from the west, blowing straight in there, your chances are going to drop significantly with your scent. Even with the vanilla on, it's going to drop with them coming out where you're hunting. Always play the wind. Another thing you always hear, you got to have expensive products to hunt. I use a Sniper 307 crossbow, and last year I got a Killer Instinct Lethal 405 when it was $199. You know, it's just a standard crossbow. You know, it's got the lighted, illuminated scope on it. You'll hear a lot of people say they have issues with their limbs cracking or something like that. You know, what I haven't had an issue with it yet, and I was able to harvest 6 deers with it last year. But one thing I do is I shoot a little bit heavier arrow. Arrows is another thing. I used to buy the expensive arrows and all that. Well, now I bought the packs that come off of Amazon or eBay. You know, you get 12 20-inch arrows for 25, 30 bucks compared to 6 for 40. So I use them. I also use, you know, some people are going to get mad about this one, the Chinese Rage broadhead knockoffs of the hypodermics. I haven't had an issue with one yet failing or anything like that. It's the same as the hypodermic Rage makes. It's got a plastic lock on it here. I've had no issues with these failing. I will say you have to sharpen them. One thing I do when I buy them, I'll buy them in a 36 pack and I'll weigh each one of them. Because believe it or not, they're not all the same. Even the name brand ones are not every pack one same as, you know, same weight in a pack. So like this box here, I know they're supposed to be 100 grain broadhead. I know these are 98 because I weighed them all. I got another box that's 100, and I think I got one box that's 104 that's got them in it. So there's a big difference in it, and that can change where your arrow's hitting at different yardage. You know, I also use the cheap Illuminox that you get off of Amazon or eBay. You know, the ones that you're supposed to use the screwdriver, but a tip of a pocket knife will cut it on and off. I used to not even use them, but I got tired of losing. At that time, I was hunting with Executioner broadheads. And when you're hunting on the ground and you shoot a deer, when it blows through it, it's hard to find that arrow after you shot it, you know, and you're sitting there like, well, I need to do something about this. I bought some cheap Illuminox, and I haven't lost an arrow yet. Now, I broke some of these, you know, I went through the deer and it broke or something like that, but guys, you don't have to have the real expensive stuff to get a deer in your freezer. You'll hear people all the time, like the Killer Instinct, the big thing on it is supposedly the limbs break. Had mine for over a year, probably shot it 100, 150 times. I haven't had that happen yet. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to. If it does, I'll tell you. They got lifetime replacement on it and all that. But I think the key to keep from breaking your limbs, my arrow weight is around 4 bolts. Some people call the crossbow arrow a bolt. It's around 450 to 465 grains, somewhere in that area. A little bit heavier than one, you know. I'm not shooting the 405 feet per second because my arrow's heavier. But I'm going to tell you, all the deer I got with it last year, they were clean pass-throughs. at under 30 yards, and I got 6 or 7 deers last year. Under 30 yards, the arrows look clean. I was worried that I missed the deer most of the time when I found my arrow, because I'm like, there's nothing on this arrow. It was shooting so fast it blew through it. And then, you walk around and you find your blood trail, and you're like, okay, well, I hit it. I got it where I wanted to hit it. But the Sniper 370 and the Lethal 405 is what I use. I've had success with both of them. I don't go out here and buy the expensive arrows. I don't buy the expensive broadheads. I will say on the Chinese hypodermic, more than likely once you go through a deer with it, it's done. It's either going to chip the blade, break the blade, or something like that. But you're talking 36 of them, 36 broadheads for $38. If you ever bought the real the Rage name brand ones, which I have, I started off with a bunch of them. You're talking expensive for 3. You're about that price for 3 of them. But that's what I use. It may give you might have some luck with it. Like I said, this right here, you can pick it up at any Walmart. I use Baker's just because that's what I've got. I have used other stores. Any vanilla works. You can dilute it with water. If you go out here and buy the nose jammer spray that a lot of people use deer hunting, if you spray it and actually smell it, it smells like vanilla. So, I've had luck with it. You may have luck with it in your area, but do not expect to spray that on you and go out and get a deer that day. You may spook the deer because they've never smelled it before in your area. So if you're able to hunt an area, go out there a couple times a year and spray it around, where they're kind of used to the smell of it. But the most important thing when you're hunting, wind direction. Make sure the wind is in your favor. Where I hunt, wind swirls a lot. You might have a good wind, but when you get there, things change around. On hilly country, your wind's going to swirl. It's going to go down, and it can mess you up. But guys, you don't have to go out here and buy all this name brand expensive stuff to hunt, to fill your freezer. Just get out there, get started in it, and fill your freezer. That's all it takes. You don't have to be out here. If you want to be a trophy buck hunter, go be a trophy buck hunter. If you want to just fill your freezer, go out and fill your freezer. It's not anybody's place to tell you what you can shoot and what you can't shoot, or look down on you for shooting. I have shot some big bucks, but I'll take a yearling just as soon as I'll take a big buck. I fill my freezer with them. That's just the way it is. Like it or not. And when the world goes to crap, I don't guess a lot of people's going to be out there worrying about how big the rack is. They're going to be worrying how hard is their stomach hurting from not eating. So get out there and learn these things now. First and foremost, play the wind. The wind's got to be in your favor where you hunt. You're wasting your time if it's not. Some people can get it done on windy days. I'm not saying, bad winds. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's for me, always use the wind at your favor. I use vanilla. There's no sense in all this expensive stuff. Get out there, and get in the woods. Get in the woods. Once you get out there and you start hunting, more than likely you're going to enjoy it. Even if you never shoot anything, you're just going to enjoy your time out in Mother Nature, sitting there. You'll see all kind of strange things in the woods. You'll see animals that you didn't even know that was in your area sometimes. But let me know what you think about this. You think you need the most expensive stuff, the best stuff in the world to hunt? Or can you get it done with regular stuff? Let me know. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button, like or dislike the video, comment on this one. I want to hear from you. Protect yourself at all times. Keep your head on a swivel. Always be aware of your surroundings. You're not safe in America anywhere. Protect yourself and your family at all times. Hit that subscribe button. Stay safe and have a good day.